for some time. The early 90s, I moved to Connecticut in the late 90s. One of the reasons was due to the fact that Connecticut had great public schools. Connecticut and Massachusetts had the best public schools across the nation. And at the time I was actually working for an accrediting bureau, education, post-secondary ed. So we knew which states at that point in time had great schools. We've had Common Core put upon our schools since 2010. Arguably, it came in even beforehand, but we now know how bad Common Core is. I was here a month ago and brought material that our ESSA plan, which is the solidification of Common Core and other pieces of education in our federal plan, it has expired. So federal plan expired November 30th, 2019. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything in the materials from the last State Board of Education meeting minutes, nor anything in these materials for today that address the fact that the state of Connecticut is out of compliance with the federal government. Betsy DeVos said that Common Core is dead, so it's up to the state to take back its education system. We see that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has worked to change Common Core. They have a plan for over 3 years to make changes. I'm hoping that at some point in time, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Cardona, that the state board will be doing this. I have sent a letter to Governor Lamont, as well as the chairman, ranking members, and vice president, vice chairs of the education committee. This is now for 2 weeks, so I haven't heard anything back, but I will look for this because we need to have our future in Connecticut, our children in Connecticut, receive the best education possible. Another issue on this line in education is something a little disturbing to me. In 2014, the charge from the legislature was that the education committee with the Commission for Early Childhood, I might be saying that title wrong.
You need to.
Yes. They were given the charge to remedy the enrollment age for our children. So I contacted Commissioner Beth Bai about a week ago and asked her where this was. And she said, oh, well, there's a plan now on their website, and that they chose not to remedy the kindergarten enrollment age. We have serious education problems in the state. Enrolling children who are 4 years old in kindergarten is wrong. It's actually developmentally abusive to children who, as I tell parents now, if they are enrolling or looking to enroll a child in kindergarten, that you should probably have your child sit in the chair for 5 minutes, 15 minutes. See if they can sit for that period of time.
You really need to finish.
Yes, I will finish, thank you. That is a good indicator of whether or not they could sit in a Common Core kindergarten class. So I hope that there will be something in today's State Board of Education meeting minutes as to what the State Board is doing to remedy the problem with ESSA and also possibly the kindergarten enrollment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning to everybody in their respective places. I cannot see that well. I have an allergic reaction to hand sanitizer. So, I understand everybody need it, but I don't like it. I was here last month, and I did a little bit of research. And I'm gonna start FOIAing some information, because I still wanna know what y'all did with Isaac Middle School, that charter school in New London. My daughter got her brain injury because 2 girls took a chair there and hit her in her head with it. And she's 25 now. So, and then you put an abusive principal there. So I'm interested what's gonna happen to those children, and I don't care if they're black, brown, yellow, green, and purple. You put a monster in a school that already had issues. I do wanna talk about Common Core. It sucks and it don't work. I've never seen a bunch of children that can't read beyond and write beyond the 4th and the 5th grade. And it's not that the teachers aren't teaching. It's just it's a flawed program that didn't work. So now that it expired, kick it out. Bring back the regular stuff, SRAs. It ain't all that deep. Our children need us. My question also is, because we're out of compliance with the federal government, do they fine us? Is it gonna cost us? These are questions that I have. Why do we have police inside our schools? What are we doing as a generation of adults that we have to invite the police department inside the school? I listened to the young lady in the charter schools and I smiled. I grew up in New York. I went to an alternative high school, which is nothing but a charter school, in a smaller setting, and I graduated with top honors. Made me who I am. So if we take a lesson from New York City schools and make them smaller, because our high schools are too big, they don't work. You don't know who anybody is. So maybe if we restructure, revamp, and give everybody the right size of money, because I'm having some issues with one school getting this much and the poor schools getting this much, so you're creating the problem. All y'all in here that dispense money, they decide what school get what. Why is the money so disproportionate? So I'm gonna FOIA that information. I'm gonna be a thorn in y'all flesh until we get it right. Because guess what? We all gonna be gone. And we're gonna leave a generation that really don't know nothing. Charter schools are beautiful, like I always say, but everybody can't go there. And I also want to see the data on the disciplinary actions that happen in charter schools. What's the difference? Are they hiding it or they deal with it better? We need some comparison. Transparency. You know, I looked at the data that Mr. Cardone, it's a very nice thing you got here about the kids that are, the schools that are decreasing. It's decreasing because they're going to charter schools. Why? I want to know why. Are our teachers that we're putting in, are they not ready? Are we rushing? Do they meet the criteria? I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying these are questions that I need answered. As an advocate, and I want answers, and trust me, I'm gonna find them. I see that you've met with all the legislative people.
Ms. Holloway,
I'm almost finished. I can see your hand. So, but I just want to know, there's questions that we need answers as the public and taxpayers. We trust you with our children. They are precious cargo. They are gold. They are future. We need to do a better job. And hopefully we'll get rid of Common Core and we'll get in line and our children will do SRA, mathematics, script, back to the basics so they can learn like we did. We took the money for Common Core, and guess what? We got a flawed program and it messed up our children. Now we need to fix it.
thank you.